Hello again everyone, Greg here. Today with a special build, a little bit of a troll build, meme build, just for the end of the season. I'm not really playing online right now, still playing on my pluggy file there, but still, trying to have fun with the source. So this is a Double Destruction Proc source. So you get the Destruction Sword here with the Molten Boulder on striking, Meteor on striking. We'll be using mostly the Meteor strike since it's the highest level of all the procs. And the 40 Nova on attack doesn't work because the Blade Shield only works with on striking. So we'll be using the Meteor. The Frost Nova is nice for crowd control, but at level 35 it's not enough to build damage around. And the Molten Boulder is mostly just visuals. So in order to have the Innocence Blade Shield to proc, you need AR, right? The Blade Shield itself needs attack rating to hit stuff, but the Destruction Sword has the tag ignore target defense, so it's gonna work on all the small mobs, not on the boss, but on the small mobs. So that's pretty much the only thing that matters on that weapon is the procs and the ignore target defense. Everything else, except the dex is useful. Everything else is nothing. So like I said, it's a proc build, so you're using Innocence for the Blade Shield and all the other goodies. Very high defense. And you're using the same thing on your Merc. So we're using a Fire Merc, Act 3 Merc, that has really high Elemental Mastery by default. So you have 363 enhanced fire damage and some pierce. So you're gonna do significant damage with the Meteor procs. That's the same concept on the Merc. For the rest of the gear, you don't rely on plus skills, since you're gonna have level 45 Meteor just by the Destruction Sword. So you just need to max all those synergies to get the damage, to get your damage up on your procs. And Fire Mastery works as well for this. So you boost Fire Mastery, Fireball, Blaze, and Inferno. Fireball, Blaze, and Inferno. I put 1 point in the Warmth just for a little bit of mana regen. You'll be teleporting a lot from pack to pack, so decreasing the penalty is good, and reducing the mana cost is good also, because you don't really have mana on kill on this build. And I also invested in Shiver Armor for enhanced defense, since you'll be telestomping everything. You'll need to be tanking. You'll need to be standing there a bit in the middle of packs there to give time for the meteors to proc. So that's gonna help you. But I'll go with other options further down the video. There's multiple ways to build this. So for the rest of the gear, yeah, pardon me if I got some legacy stuff because I'm on pluggy, but I'm fairly sure that everything's gonna work even with just a little bit of nerfed equipment. So you got your Elmouts for another level 34 Meteor on striking, massive enemy fire resistance, enemy fire pierce, and I got a okay slam for the fire resist. On the boots, still a legacy item. It's just, I think it's the faster run walk is 40 instead of 30. That's the only difference with normal water walks. But I got some faster hit recovery on it, which I really like. And I think that might be a legacy slam too, I'm not sure. I'm using a Kairos for can be frozen, all res and massive fire damage and fire res, fire pierce. That's it. Having a 3 socket would be better, but I don't have that. I'm on pluggy, so doing it with what I have. Rising Sun, Legacy again. If you get the -8 fire res, it's pretty much the same. And I got some increased chance of blocking since we're going max block on this build. And the thing that keeps you alive basically is Storm Shield. Massive PDR, massive resist, big block, and okay defense. I mean, really good shield overall. My rings and my belt, it's something that I still haven't really figured out. So as you can see, I got 0 faster cast rate on this build. You don't really need it since you'll be seeing in the gameplay you're teleporting from pack to pack fairly slowly. It's not like a 200 FCR Lightning Sorc procking. You'll just be sitting there a little bit more. So I don't really need the FCR, but to reach at least one better frame, I use 10 FCR ring. Could be 20 FCR ring plus something like a Nature's Piece. It'll be great for defenses, and the oak and the max res there, that's what I would aim for. So I got the faster cast rate, a bit of res, magic, flat physical damage, flat magic damage, and life after each kill. Kind of similar ring there with life, resist, and life after each kill. And I got the rare belt with PDR, res, max res, life, and strength. And as for your charms, plus fire skill doesn't really work for the damage of your proc Meteor, so you'll be using fire skills, large charms, fire damage, large charms. Obviously Annie and Torch, and I'm trying to rounding out my resistance with some small charms there. As for the Merc, Flickering Flame to cap off your fire res, and the giving you some extra fire damage. Exile for the decrep on striking, which works the same as everything else with the Innocence. Gonna give you some Fizz Spears with the decrep, along with massive PDR and defense from the decrep, from the Defiance Aura. Really nice. And rest is just more Meteors. That's a non-legacy Elmout. More Meteors. A little bit faster cast rate, doesn't really matter. Could be using a PDR and life belt, something like that, and some waterworks. Okay, what's next? Yeah, so the stats. We'll be looking. I don't think it's really optimized right now. Yeah, I kind of need. Yeah. Since I only have those 2 Innocence armor on my pluggy account, so I made this one earlier for another character, so it's in a sacred armor, so massive strength requirements. Could be done in a lower base like this one, but you get a bit of lower defenses. So you're requiring a lot of strength, and I'm going max block. That makes a huge difference on your tankiness when going from pack to pack. I tried this build with Phoenix as a more offensive shield, but I couldn't reach good block, and the PDR was too important on the Storm Shell and the res and everything. So yeah, going max block and rest in vitality. So your outpull is not that crazy, but I mean everything else is all maxed up with the max block. Good chunk of FHR as well. A little bit on the Kiras, a little bit on this. Yeah, you're really tanky. Like I stated a bit earlier, you could build this. I tried this in a couple different ways. Since you're not maxing Meteor, it frees you a bit of points there for like a sub skill. I tried combustions. Since you're already maxing out the fireball for the Meteor synergy, and dumping instead trying to trim out some of the points from the blaze to put towards firebolt, or just keeping it as is right now. I'm gonna give you like a 2.53k combustion, which is good for cleaning packs that are a bit further away from you, from some stragglers, stuff like that. It's good for that. Another way you can build it is actually maxing Meteor. So you could cast in between your teleporting around, and you'll be casting Meteor from time to time on different packs and just increasing number of meteors that are coming down. So when you do that, you could save 4 points here to get some more damage on your sub skills instead of getting the Shiver Hammer. I just love the Shiver Hammer so much that I keep it like that, sacrificing some damage. And you know, you can try to trim off some points of teleport as well, but having no mana cost and low damage reduction penalty is just really good. It's hard to pass on, to be honest. And the way that I finally settled on was this build with having the Inferno on the left click, just to get your enemy fire resistance down, so you can get a little bit more single targets, because this build, when you're one-on-one with a rare mob or something like that, you don't get that many procs. So having the just the consistent damage of Inferno plus the minus fire res makes a big difference, especially on map bosses, which this build struggles with a bit. And yeah, that's it. I'll just craft a map here quickly. 2 maps I like to run with this build is Ancestral Trial. Very good on cows as well, like most builds basically. Nothing too great in the tier 3 categories. It's a bit hard for this build. Lacking a little bit of damage. I'll try again sometimes, but I try to hang on with the tier 2 and tier 1 maps. So Trials, Sewers, Fall Chaldeum, Horizon can be done too, even with the fire res. It's not the greatest though. So would be top 3 would be Ancestral, Rural Crypts, Sewers. That'll be my top 3, I think. So let's try a Ancestral Trial map. Just craft it really quickly. With this build, really try to aim for high density. It's gonna just speed up the process. Try to avoid max life roll, and yeah, get a good density roll so you can TP in big packs and proc a lot of your meteors. Like, that's pretty good. Careful on the minus chance to block. A lot of your defenses block. Obviously I'm getting the max life. I'll roll this 133, and the cast speed doesn't really matter. On Inferno you don't really need cast speed for it to pop off instantly. Just the teleport is gonna be a bit slower, but you don't really need to teleport really fast with this build. So let's try this out. Start my timer. So this is not gonna be a... You're not gonna clear 100% of the map with this. It's just not efficient to do so. You're gonna be clearing like 90%. It's a little bit better in like tunnel maps. You can get the more alleyway setup where the mobs are a little bit more clustered. Like right now, it's just a bit annoying. Just set a stop on everything and drop. Yeah, that's gonna be a bit better there. I didn't even use my shiver armor. Looking at 12k defense, which is not too bad. Can't break this one. So yeah, one good thing with the fire merc, the fire act 3 merc is the cleansing aura, which gives you a little bit of curse resist, a little bit of poison like reduced, which is a nice little bonus on top. So you can see one-on-one, not the greatest. So I just usually skip those, especially when they're fire immune, but you can break them with the Inferno. So it's a pretty chill build. Basically try to round everything up, get into that right in the middle, even with those might packs or fanatism packs. Just don't be scared, just go right on top. It's more dangerous to hang around and beat around the bush than to teleport right in the middle of everything. That's just good when there's nice tight packs there. When you get those small ones, it's a little bit harder. Grab some stuff. So this build uses a lot of, not a lot, but uses potions. I mean, you're tanky, but you don't have much recovery. You just have that little bit of life after kill on the rings. You could get some more with jewels, but right now on the Kiras and on the Storm Shield I got just facets to increase the damage. So that's a bit the annoying part when you get all those little stragglers everywhere. That's where the version with the combustion or the self-cast Meteor can be interesting. You just cast Meteor on top of those to get more reliable damage in. Because yeah, the damage is fairly reliable when you get lots of mobs around, but as soon as you get less than, I don't know, 7-8 monsters around you, it's just annoying to get the procs. So you can kill fire immune as you see this one. Because you get a little bit of, well, not a little bit, you get a lot of fizz damage. And you get a fizz amp with the decrep. That does something. Something so satisfying seeing all those meteors fall down. Sometimes you get 5, 7, 5, 6, 7 at the same time. Squishes everything like that. 3 meteors. Meteors down. So we'll go take on the boss. Bosses are annoying, but you can kill them. Depending on which one in this one I know I can take. Just need a couple potions there. Try to reposition your merc so he's close. So his Meteor procs do. It's not the worst, but yeah, it's not the best. Even with all the others, the other kind of build I tried, it's still difficult with the combustion, even with the... Oh, I thought I was missing some. But as you can see, you got... It's not too bad on the clear, I mean. That's just because I missed the pack. But as you can see, it's not too bad, and the timer says 8 minutes. So about the 8 minute clear, 8 to 10 minute clear, 7 to 8 usually. From what I've done so far. Yeah, it's pretty much clear right now. So I would not recommend this, of course, as a bosser. Oh, that's a nice one. But as a map clearer, it's really good. It's really fun. Pretty lazy gameplay. You don't have to stress out about getting one shot as a sorceress, which is sometimes a bit annoying. And yeah, you don't really have to cast spell. You can cast Inferno sometimes, or you can go with the different option that I stated earlier. They all work. Combustion is fun too, since this is on cooldown. You get a little bit of mana problems with this because it's I guess like 35 mana to cast spell or something like that, so your mana goes down a bit. Sometimes I have to pot just for mana. This is with Inferno is not an issue. A bit of the same thing with you if you do it with Meteor. And yeah, if you can balance, you can take off points of teleport if you want to increase the damage, but it's kind of redundant because you're getting less damage from having a lower level of teleport. Then you increase the sheet damage, and you can remove the shiver armor if you want. But yeah, character is really based on defense. The Defiance is such a big chunk. But yes, you get like 25% to hit. Yeah, also it's a good shank build. If you get a Terrazone or something like that. And yeah, it's really fun on cows too. It's the only T3 I would recommend. I haven't refined, like I don't think there's that much I can do to refine this further. I could try to squeeze in more tankiness or a skill ring in here, but as you see, I don't have much base plus skills. Everything's like +7, so doesn't really matter because the Meteor is level 45 and you got your max synergies. So yeah, that's it. If you have any questions or if you'd like to try the build, let me know. Since this is a character unplug, I can share the character files if you want. So just let me know in the comment. We can work that out. Thank you guys. Please like and subscribe if you wish to see more videos in the future. Thank you.